to go through 3 days of 2021 LSG seminar successfully. I believe we have all benefited from our resource persons. I would like to extend our, and I would also like to praise our YSN for the role they played in this year's seminar. And I believe we will not look back when they take over from us. So it means we should continue to nurture them, to mentor them, so that they will take over from us. Now, this afternoon, we are coming to the last day of the seminar, which is presentation of reports from committees. And then we shall have a general meeting and a forum. And then we will nominate 6 of our members who we shall vote for the next session. That's 2021-2022. We shall not vote. We'll nominate them. And as we decided at one of our seminar, one of our divisional meetings, we said we'll set up a committee to vet them. So we'll do that. And at our last council meeting, it came up that August 28th, every year, should be celebrated as Founders Day. This year, it will be on a low key, and we are expected to visit our past presidents. So on Saturday, we'll have to visit our past presidents. But they've sent their GPS address to us. So it will not be difficult to visit them. And then we shall have any other business also to discuss. So on that note, I want to call upon our secretary to get us the committee reports, which he has compiled. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, this is the committee reports, a summary of the committee reports for 2021 annual seminar. I'll start with the Education Committee. The Educational Committee has already carried out a number of activities and others are ongoing. A summary is found below. Part 1, refresher courses. The date for refresher course is 26th of July to 2021 to Friday, 30th July 2021. And it was done online. Part 2, examination. Monday, 16th August to Wednesday, 18th August, 2021. I think that one has also been done. The venue was Accra, Kumasi, and Takoradi. And the number of people that were eligible were 50. Part 2, oral examination presentations. Venue, Accra, Kumasi, and Takwa. Date, Monday, 13th September to Friday, 17th September. So that is yet to have come. And 49 trainees are registered, but only 25 have paid us so far. So we are expecting the rest to come through with their payments. Submission of practical tasks. That's also from Monday, August 16 to Tuesday, August 31st. And Tuesday, August 31st. I think 2 days have been allocated to them. The oral exams is from 13th September, on 13th September, and then on Friday, 17th September 2021. The lecturers for the courses are Kadasta, Surveyor J.C. Akwa, and Professor Cynthia Boy. Surveyor Professor Cynthia Boy. GIS and LIS. Surveyor Professor John Ayer and Dr. Prosper Larry. Constitution and Ethics. Surveyor Harry Enim and Surveyor Kwame Tinedu. I was elected that Surveyor Aditavius has been substituted. Geodesy, surveyor Dr. Dazi and surveyor Dr. Pokujemfi. And then mapping, surveyor Samuel Opon Entry and Professor Kumi Boating. Reports on LSD YSN. In the face of COVID-19 pandemic and its associated restrictions, the YSN of the Lands Surveying Division of Ghana Institution of Surveyors could not execute most of its planned activities. Although some are yet to take place, the year has been a very good one for YSN. For nominations to LSD Seminar Planning Committee, the YSN members that were nominated to serve on this committee are Surveyor Alex Aite, Surveyor Bernard Boating, Surveyor Angela Chelsea Bryant. Presentations at LSD Seminar. The LSD Seminar Planning Committee, in a bid to give exposure to YSN, reserved a whole day of the seminar for YSN presentations. The following YSN executives were therefore considered. 1. A. Dr. John Agri. He presented accuracy trend analysis and low-cost chips and smartphones, with low-cost chips and smartphones. B. Jeff Da Costa Osei. I think he was substituted for Surveyor Alex Aite, who made a presentation, I think, yesterday on drones. CPD events. Again, for the first time, LSD reserved a slot for this year's CPDs for the YSN. This YSN CPD is scheduled for the 21st of September 2021, so it's yet to come. Topics selected for the CPDs are datum transformation and coordinate systems, basics and applications. Resource persons are Surveyor Dr. Yao Jemfi of BRRI. 2. Drone mapping and structure from promotions technology, sorry. Resource person is Surveyor Alex Aite of the photogrammetry section of Surveyor Mapping Division of Lands Commission. Outreach to pre-tertiary schools. The Young Surveyors Network of LSD has planned an outreach program to selected senior high schools in the northern and southern sectors of the country in November 2021. Annual YSN Week. The YSN of LSD plans to launch an annual week celebration dubbed YSN Week, from which will precede the annual LSD seminar. Will include activities like paper presentations, media engagements, and fun games. Conclusion on the YSN report. In 2021-2022 session has been an eventful year in the history of the YSN, not just for the Land Surveying Division, but the institution as a whole. The division offered the network and its members a unique opportunity to contribute to its activities. With this firm background and with guaranteed support of the division, the sky remains the limit for the YSN. IT report. Due to COVID-19 restrictions leading to the adoption of virtual meetings and programs, the IT committee has been supporting all the divisional committees of LSD in undertaking the activities by setting up the platform and moderating the event. So far, the following events were successfully completed. All CPDs by CPD committees, refresher courses organized by educational committees, monthly meetings by educational chairman, and then 2021 seminar by the planning committee of 2021 seminar. Zoom subscriptions. The committee has been for Surveying Services is scheduled for November. The committee is here to select a speaker for this topic. By way of budget, the proposed budget for the YSN and CPD is 4,400 for the YSN and then 6,300 for the main CPD committee. So these are the two CPDs, one for YSN and the other one for the main CPD committee. In conclusion, we want to thank the divisional chairman, regional surveyors, IT committee, and the general membership for all the support. Somenya Meridian. LSD has been duly informed of GC's decision that the Meridian project is the property of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors, and therefore all documentations will bear the name of GHIS. Having accepted GC's decision, the division is very convinced that all financial obligations for the maintenance and expansion of the project will be adequately catered for by GC. Presently, the committee responsible for the project is urgently requesting an amount of 5,000 cedis from GHIS to facilitate movement in pursuit of the land document. It must be noted that the Meridian project is not yet complete, and with the ownership of the project clarified, its completion will largely depend on the GC. However, LSD is directly responsible on behalf of the GC and must therefore take urgent steps, do the following urgently. Pursuit of the land documentation, construction of the monument on the other side of the road, and 3, periodic maintenance of the site. Surveyors Forum. In view of the numerous challenges that confront the profession, LSD has decided to organize a land surveyors forum to address the issues. The chairman has therefore constituted a 5-member ad hoc committee responsible for planning and organizing the event. Below is a list of members in that committee. 1, Surveyor Gustav K. Asamoah as chairman. 2, Surveyor Ernest Kuban. 3, Surveyor Alexander Ayeti. 4, Surveyor Madame Nelly Joyce Mensah. 5, Surveyor Abunkudunku Asa Akunai. So these are the members of the committee responsible for organizing the Surveyors Forum for us to address the numerous challenges that confront our profession. 7, Chairman's Special Project. Under the direction of Chairman Akwa, the Divisional Committee has instituted another ad hoc committee by name Chairman Special Project Committee to scout, advise the LSD regarding projects the division can undertake to the benefit of the entire membership. So the members of the committee are Surveyor Dr. Tina Wemega, who is the chairman, Surveyor Samuel Opoentry, Surveyor Isaac Blebu, Surveyor Gustav K. Asamoah, Surveyor Alexander Ayeti, who is the member secretary. Terms of reference. Originally, the following areas of consideration was given to the committee in terms of reference. Education of the young surveyor in the next 5 to 10 years. Bursary for those pursuing second degrees, PhD, law and others. Research into needs of the land surveyor. Retraining of land surveyors in application of technology. Creation of jobs for the young surveyors. And then assistance to our training institutions. The committee held its maiden meeting on the 31st May 2021 and refined the terms of reference as indicated below for consideration by the divisional committee. Same was approved and issued as terms of reference to the committee. Below is the final terms of reference. Education of the young surveyors in the next 5 to 10 years. bursary for those pursuing second degree, PhD, law, and other relevant courses, research into needs of land surveyors, retraining of land surveyors in application of technology, creation of jobs for the young surveyors, and assistance to our training institutions. The committee plans to have meetings in the coming weeks to determine other benefits for members and also streamline and finalize its work. Stakeholder consultations will be required in some cases, and members should please be ready to make inputs for this purpose. The last of the committee reports is from disciplinary committee. This year, the disciplinary committee received no charges of misconduct leveled against any member, and therefore the disciplinary committee was very quiet. Consequently, the committee wants to thank all members for behaving very responsibly. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this is the reports from the committees that I want to table for consideration. There are two more reports that will come, but those ones was specially arranged so that the committee chairman take it by themselves. These are the Welfare Committee and the Finance Committee. So without much ado, I'll hand over the mic to the MC.
Thank you. Let's give him a clap. I think he's done so well. Can we give him another clap? Good. Can somebody move for the acceptance before the proceedings? Okay, you want the whole, okay. Then we call welfare. Are you ready? Finance is not ready. So we'll call welfare to double up, and then finance should be getting ready also.
Good afternoon. The Welfare Committee presents its interim report for the 2021-2022 section. I'm waiting for the copy to be projected onto the screen. We are all aware that somewhere in 2016, the Welfare Committee was reconstituted and mandated to review the activities of the Welfare Committee. This was done, and then the policy was drafted, which was later adopted in 2017, January 2017. And as part of the requirements, members were made to pay 20 Ghana cedis as a monthly dues. And this has been going on since 2017 to date. In this report, we are focusing on the review of the welfare policy documents, visitation to elderly members, looking at addressing welfare issues of members, payment of welfare dues by members, payment of benefits to members, then financial activities of the committee, and some observations. The welfare policy document was recently reviewed after members raised a number of concerns on some aspects of the document. The legal committee finished its work, presented it to the executive committee. Executive committee also tabled it before the divisional committee, where it was discussed thoroughly and later adopted after all corrections were made. So the welfare committee now has an amended welfare policy for its operations. Among the issues that were reviewed, some of the key areas are the membership. There was this clause 4.3 that has to do with membership of the fund shall be by default, which some members raised concern about. But after the work of the legal committee, they maintain that membership of the fund should truly be by default. So as long as you remain a member of Land Surveying Division, you are mandated to enjoy the welfare policy and also abide by its content. Then the welfare benefits were also reviewed upwards. Sorry. Were also reviewed upwards. In the previous documents, we had category 1, that is death. When a member dies, he enjoys, or the family enjoys, 2,500 Ghana cedis. But this was reviewed upwards to 5,000 Ghana cedis. When a member is bereaved, loses any of, loses his or her spouse, it used to be 2,000 Ghana cedis. It has been reviewed upwards to 4,000 Ghana cedis. When a member loses any of his parents, it used to be 1,005. It has been reviewed to 3,000 Ghana cedis. And when a member loses a child, it used to be 1,000 Ghana cedis, which has been reviewed to 2,000 Ghana cedis. In the category of social, that's category 2, we used to have marriage ceremony. The benefits used to be 400 Ghana cedis. It has now been reviewed to 1,000 Ghana cedis. And during outdooring or child delivery or naming, it used to be 300 Ghana cedis. It's now 500 Ghana cedis. Then the legal committee introduced another benefits that has to do with celebration of milestone birthdays, which they stated that from 50 years and above, a member will enjoy 1,005 Ghana cedis. And this milestone will be subject to at least 5 years active contribution before age 60. And there again, the welfare committee will have some, not discretion, but will be involved in determining who qualifies or not. Then we go to category 3, which has to do with sicknesses and distress. In the previous documents, we used to have 1,000 Ghana cedis maximum, and subject to the severity of the incident, they would decide on whether to increase that amount or not. Now, what is happening in this new document is that when a member is sick and the committee truly goes to do their background checks and find out that the member is truly very sick, the member is entitled to 5,000 Ghana cedis. There again, there is a clause down there, 6.16 in the document, that would guide the operations of the welfare committee. And secondly, in distress, when a member is in distress also, that one will also be thoroughly investigated, and then an amount of 5,000 paid to the member if all confirmations are made. There again, there is a clause that will be guiding the operations of the welfare committee. Then category 4, which says that any other welfare needs that may not be captured in a document, but that the committee shall deem fit. Now, a copy of the reviewed or amended documents will be forwarded to the general membership for study. Last year, every year is a policy of the Land Surveying Division to visit the elderly and then those who are incapacitated. And then we find a way of supporting them and encouraging them. Last year, a task was given to the committee to visit a number of members. We have about 19 members, which work started in 2020-2021 section, but we couldn't finish. But we've recently completed the task in this section. That is why we have included this list. But for this particular year, we are yet to look at those who will be visiting for this particular section. And we have pictures of the welfare committee members visiting members, the elderly or the sick. And I must say that the division also took an agent action this year. We were all informed about one of our members who had a kidney problem, and he wrote to the institution. The institution embarked on a donation drive for him, and we supported him whilst he was in Ghana, Korle Bu Hospital. He has since moved to India, and as we speak, as at yesterday, I received a video of him being prepared to undergo the operations. He's in the name of Mr. Autry, Xavier, what's the first name? Richard Autry. So if you look into the picture, he's the one chairman of the division who was handing over his, benefits to him when we embark on the visitation to the old and sick. He's currently in India with his father and then the donor who will be assisting with a kidney. So let our prayers be with him. Now, we go to the funerals. The division lost 3 of its members this year, and 11 members have also lost their relations as we speak. The Welfare Committee have spearheaded collection of funeral donations for 7 of its members in good standing per the welfare policy between February and August 2021. Delegations were also sent to these funerals to mourn with our bereaved members and their families. Below are the names of the members and then the donations we solicited from the general membership. Xavier Brown lost the mother, and we were able to raise 12,150. This includes the GHIS Benevolent Fund, welfare benefits, and donations from the platform voluntary donations. Vicente Nim, we lost him. We raised 24,920 for him. Benedicta lost the father. We raised 16,100 Ghana cedis for him. We lost Emmanuel Ohinibampo. We raised 21,870 for him. Jones Oforibo Idu Savea, we lost the mother. We raised 24,100 Ghana cedis. Xavier Noah Kafui Dajui lost the father. We raised 10,050 Ghana cedis. Xavier Eva Buafo lost the father. We raised 11,600 Ghana cedis. We are embarking on a donation drive as we speak currently. Anthony Nuvo, Xavier Anthony Nuvo has lost the father, and we are yet to have the funeral done. Also pending Xavier Adjwasapon Amwa, Xavier Jonathan A. Abose, Xavier Michael Enam Dodo, who lost the father. Abose also lost the mother. Adjoa lost the father. Dr. Xavier Eric Nati Emman lost the wife in July, so it's pending. And then we have Xavier Alfred Adi, who lost the mother, and then Xavier Wilfred Achu Segbefia, we lost him. Now, the following members were or are not in good standing per the welfare documents of the division as at the time of the incidents. So in this case, the policy is saying that if you're not in good standing, the committee will not have that edge to embark on any voluntary donation on our platforms. So what we'll be doing is that we'll send the contact of the member and a contact of a member of the bereaved member or a family member of the bereaved member for members to support them directly. So these are Xavier Alfred A. Adi. He lost the mom, and then we lost Xavier Wilfred Achusegbefia. Go to welfare dues. The welfare dues policy of the division demands that every member pays monthly dues of 20 Ghana cedis towards the welfare fund. Below is the statistics. In 2017, a total number of 161 members have duly paid their dues, which amounted to 37,980. In 2018, 156 members paid their dues, which resulted in 36,720. In 2019, 146 members paid their dues, which resulted in 33,710. In 2020, 122 people paid their dues, which resulted in 27,570. In 2021, so far 115 members have paid their dues, which is giving us 27,380. Some paid in advance. One member paid in advance 240 for 2022, and then another person also paid partly. That is 140 Ghana cedis for 2023. So in total, from 2017, to 2023, we have realized a total amount of 163,740 Ghana cedis from the welfare monthly dues payments. I must say that if you look at the 2021 figure, the number of people who have paid so far is as a result of a policy the licensed surveyors have adopted, association has adopted, in that they are now, as part of their social programs, they are paying the dues for every member of the association. So part of the dues have been paid to cover the months we've spent with the months we are in so far. Welfare benefits distribution. 7 members have so far benefited from the fund this year. A total of 23,500 Ghana cedis has been spent as welfare benefits. Now we go to investment. And the investment request approved by the chairman of the division for surpluses of funds in the welfare accounts to be invested into a fixed deposit portfolio has matured. Both the principal and interest of 5,000 Ghana cedis has since been paid back into the welfare fund account on the 8th of April 2021. And there is a chart there that shows the bank in which the funds, the account in which the funds were saved, then the type of investment, which is fixed deposit, the investment date, which is 8th of April 2020, the principal, and then the interest for that year, which gave us 5,000. So a total of 55,000 Ghana cedis has been paid back into the account. Now we'll go to finance. Attached is a summary of financial reports on welfare activities from 2017 to 2021. What is happening is that unlike other activities where you have to account for only the year in section, we are in 2021, but people are still paying for their 2017 welfare dues. So it has to be accounted for. So if you look at this, the total gains we made, as I indicated earlier, from the welfare dues payments is 163,740. Other incomes is 32,960. Return on investment, principal and interest, which I just mentioned, is 55,000. Then grant. These grants is support from members and firms towards LSD welfare activities. It is zero here because we are yet to disburse those monies into the welfare account. Now, overall income is 251,700 Ghana cedis. The expenditure made on visitations is 25,950. Expenditure made on welfare benefits so far since 2017 is 65,200 Ghana cedis. Other expenditure, 3,018 Ghana cedis. Then expenditure on investments, which is 50,000 Ghana cedis. So in total, we have 144,230 as a total expenditure. If you look at our income over expenditure, we are making surpluses of 107,470. Now, database of members. We made an appeal to the division through or during one of our divisional committee meetings, requesting the IT committee to help us with database on our members. That request is still pending, and we are hereby reminding the IT committee to expedite action on same. When received, it will help the welfare committee have accurate database on all members for efficient management of the policy. Observations and recommendations. We've realized that most of our members do not attend social events, especially when it has to do with funerals and other welfare events of fellow members, even when transport arrangements are made. We hereby encourage members to demonstrate their love by participating in these welfare events. It is also a fact that COVID pandemic has impacted negatively on economic activities of every nation. This can also be felt in the payment of welfare monthly dues. We continue to encourage members to pay up their welfare dues to ensure they remain in good standing, so that when any events happen, may God forbid, they will be in good standing and enjoy the policy, which benefits have recently been reviewed. Conclusion. In conclusion, we would like to thank the chairman of the division, the executives, senior members, and the general membership of the division for the continuous support and encouragement. We urge members to cooperate with the welfare committee whilst the committee takes steps to enhance the management of the policy. Duly submitted. Thank you.
whilst waiting for the chairman of the, waiting for our treasurer to present the accounts, I want to draw attention to something. The inspectorate committee, it seems they don't have time to work because there are, I think, 3 or 4 applications from our member firms who want recognition by the institution. And the application has been with them for a long time. Anytime I call the chairman, he says, "Oh, I will do it and bring it." And the applicants keep on asking me, "Chairman, when are we getting our approval?" So I don't know if we should form another committee to handle that aspect of our work. Is any member of the inspectorate committee here? Inspectorate committee. Is any of you here? You are one. Please see your chairman. If he's busy, we should hand over to you or one of you so that you can work, and then we send our report to council. Yes. Thank you. Are you ready? Okay.
Thank you. We are still waiting for the treasurer to, as it were, present, and so we could move for the acceptance of the various reports that has been read to us.
Do about the celebration of Founders Day, which is 28th of August every year. And this year's Founders Day falls on Saturday, coming Saturday. Now, LS, this is what we have to do. We have to visit, I think, 6 of our members. I mean, past presidents. Now, Idris Abu, B.A. Fia, Jonathan Abose, Robert Jamina, J.T. Odamite, and then Edwin Aditevia. We have to visit them. Sobia Jonathan Abose sent a message that he will not be available. But anyway, he sent GPS address of his location. We are to visit them with, I think, pack of foodstuffs or so. So if it's not available, we can still send it to the house. Somebody will be there to receive. So we need volunteers this Saturday for them to do that. So think about it when we finish. As I told you, if we all know where Sobia Edwin Aditevia stays, I think he's at Adenta Major. So if anyone stays within that area, he can take the parcel and then Saturday do that. And then JT Odamite, he's at Oyarifa. Those who live around where he stays. And then Robert Jamina, he sent his location. I have to check. And then Jonathan Abose, he's at Bawi, Zero House. And then BFia, he's at Abelempi. And then now Idris Abu Kumuguna, he's in Tamale or he's in Accra. He's in Accra. He's in Tamale. So we have to maybe we'll wait when it comes.
Hello, is he okay? Is he okay?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, and good evening, fellow surveyors. I present to you on behalf of the Finance Committee the report for our year ending 28th February 2021. The report intends to give some findings, evaluation, and the financial risks which should be considered in running our division in this time of windfall. Anyway, so we have the summary of the financial performance. The detail as follows: we had an income variance of about 44%. That is, we had an income variance of about 44%. That is over 2021 of about 44%, and that of the expenditure of our variance versus that of 2020 versus 2021 was 102%. That was way beyond what we probably had budgeted. If you had put in place right measures, I think we could have managed it. Though we had an excess of income, that's a plus for us of 22%. Okay, so with the financial analysis, I think there's been a summary that has been given us above, but we have an increase in revenue of 44%, and the operational expenses also increased compared to the previous year. The division also recorded an overall surplus of 22%, which is a plus. And the surpluses should be retained, accumulated, and invested to yield more returns for us to finance our capital projects if need be. We also proposing the development of disgraceful. For want of a better word, I think it becomes a bit disgraceful when people pay and we are not able to account for it. So what I will advise is, as a matter of agency, since we already have the membership of the entire GHIS, we can tax a team to source out the members with LSD and come out with something. And once a while, we try to put it on a platform to remind members to contribute their token. So when under the finance and the education committee, we also thought there should be a way for us to be able to get the details of proof of expenses. It shouldn't be peculiar to only the education committee, but because of the amount of money that normally goes into their affairs. Moving forward, we also, from the financial manual, we will encourage all other committees to come out with their annual budgets. It's not be something that we've all been able to adhere to, but I think with time we need to try and adhere to those principles. Okay, with the lecturers and the facilitators at the Dentistry too, we also noticed that there should be evidence of participation of facilitators or lecturers. In this time of Zoom meetings, it's very, very difficult. Not that we are saying people are just taking money for no work done, but at least we should have something to represent something. And also with the cost of the seminar, it's also recommended in future, a full detailed breakdown of the seminar cost be provided to the entire house to determine the actual expenses incurred. The welfare fund, there was a little bit delay. We couldn't incorporate it early, but I think we've had enough from the previous speaker, the chairman of the welfare committee, so we skip that. So other matters that we need to consider is also the land to be acquired for the Meridian project. From the governing council, I think the mother body now owns the edifice. So we want to find a way, either they will pay us what we've expended. So we're looking forward, but there should be steps taken to try and get some documentation for the amount of money paid for the property. We also need to have some put in place some IT systems to help us will help us with the procurement of goods and services, and also to goods and services, and also to assist us create a database to manage our affairs. And with the students awards, normally the institutions are written to submit the names. In a more prudent manner, there should be a committee whereby the various projects projects undertaken by the students and maybe their assessments given to a committee to vet and be satisfied that those are the people who truly deserve the awards. And with our budgets and forecasts, the division is also expected to have core budgets, cash budgets, and cash flow forecasts. Going down to procurement, I think there should be a policy on how to make procurement and also purchase of goods and services as is needed by any association. And we should also, as a finance committee, regularly report to the executive members so that they will be abreast with whatever is happening in the division. The division also, in the conclusion, the division should take immediate steps to implement policies and procedures to help improve our financial reporting. On behalf of the finance committee chairman, I submit it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Can we give him a clap? Good. I think we've had all the reports completed, and Mr. Chair, do we ask somebody to move for his acceptance and then we move on? Can we have somebody seconded? Somebody moving? You mention your name and then. Good. Mrs. Okay, please. I'm told you have to use the mic.
My name is Surveyor BB Aqua. I move that all committee reports submitted this day be accepted and move. I move it.
Okay.
Mr. Champon, I second.
Thank you. Thank you for moving and accepting. Thank you. So, Mr. Chairman, I hand over the microphone to you.
Thank you, MC. When we started, there were few people here. So I decided to shelve our last year seminar report. Now that we are many, we'll take our last year's report. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Last year's minutes. I think we all know that last year, Madam Nelly was the secretary to this division. And so I read these minutes on her behalf as the new secretary. The number of people present were 82. I think that it will be displayed or later to be given to you. If you have any corrections, will come in. Say it again. I sent both to you. All right. Introduction and commencement of AGM. The AGM day 1. On the first day of the AGM, the meeting was called to order at 4:30 by the chairman with an opening prayer from him. The second day, because that day we combined we did the AGM for 2 days. On the second day of the AGM, it started at 4:07 p.m. with an opening prayer by Surveyor B.B. Aqua. In the divisional chairman's opening remarks, he stated that there seemed to be some spirit of division infiltrating the unity within the LSD. He therefore invited members to reflect on the book of John 13:31-35. He further appealed to members to ensure that oneness exists at all times in the LSD. He also expressed his displeasure about the inability of disciplinary committee and office inspectorate to present a report. Reports that were presented that the committee reports that were received were IT report by Surveyor Michael Nyuagbe, Education report by Surveyor Samuel Opointri, Meridian Committee report by Surveyor Stephen Jaba, Welfare Committee report by Surveyor Gustav Asamoah, Finance Committee report by Surveyor Stephen Jaba, and CPD Committee report by Surveyor B.B. Aqua on behalf of that chairman, his chairman. Questions and answers. Below are questions and discussions that ensued after the committee's report. Discussions arrived at are also included. Decisions arrived at are also included. And the Education Committee. The question was, why do the Education Committee want to make profit from the exam and training? The chairman explained that, the chairman of the Education Committee explained that has always been a source of income for the division. And also part of that money is used in the entire organization of training and examinations and used as payment for venues, allowances, and allowances for resource persons. Under welfare, there was a question about why is welfare contribution dwindling when compared to previous years. The chairman stated that he can attribute it to lack of commitment on the side of members to pay up their dues in this COVID-19 era, where businesses are struggling. 2, unwillingness of members to pay at a time when they say when some provisions in the Constitution is being contended, or is under contention, sorry. Finance Committee. What is the reason for opening another account with StanChart? The chairman of that committee explained that StanChart account is an old one, which the financial committee is trying to revive. The next under finance committee again is, what is the outcome of the account auditing requested by the former treasurer, Surveyor Gustav Asamoah? Chairman Aqua informed members that the auditing has been done and that LSD owes Surveyor Gustav Asamoah 19,000 cedis. Finance chairmanship, also under finance committee issues. A member prompted the House that the current Finance Committee chairman is not a GC member, and that he thinks it is not the proper thing to do. He therefore pleaded with members to take steps to correct that. Next, still under Finance Committee, why should LSD money rest with LISAC and be controlled by a board of trustees? Chairman Akwa explained that accessing money from that account is easy and that members should not have any negative thoughts. In spite of Chairman's explanation, some members insisted that they are not happy with the arrangement and that the entire policy must be reviewed. Other matters that came up. One, under spirit of division, the reactions. Members expressed their opinion on the issue, and some attempted to point out reasons why the seemingly spirit of division. Among the reasons are: one, members of subcommittees stating contrary views other than one agreed by the subcommittee. Lack of transparency in general, especially in appointments to boards. And then unclear channel of communication and this breeds speculations. It was therefore proposed that the divisional chairman form an ad hoc committee at the divisional committee level to investigate the matter. The chairman agreed to institute such an ad hoc committee as requested. Young Surveyors Network. There seemed to be a conflict between GHIS Young Surveyors Network and the Young Surveyors Network at the divisional level. What is the way forward? That was the question. Chairman Akwa answered by informing the House that GC has directed all divisions chairmen to take steps to reorganize the divisional YSN as soon as possible. He therefore assured members that LSD will act immediately to revive the LSD YSN. Functions of subcommittees. It appears some subcommittees knowingly or unknowingly trespass into other subcommittees' functions. Hence, the functions of the various committees must be clearly cut out to avoid such conflicts. This was noticed when a subcommittee was presented its report. It was therefore decided that all committee reports must be tabled ahead of every meeting to avoid such conflicts coming public. Virtual meetings. A member requested that leadership take steps to revert to physical meetings due to network issues for better engagement. Chairman replied that leadership will consider physical meetings subject to COVID-19 protocols. Senior members. A questioner asked or stated that it appears that senior members have been relegated to the background. Madam Nelly Mensah proposed that the leadership take steps to encourage senior members to come on board. That's one. And two, assign senior members a permanent role so they will always come on board, I suppose. WhatsApp, Telegram platforms. The Telegram platform is not well patronized, and thus the WhatsApp platform must be reinstituted. All 5 members who spoke on the issue agreed with the motion. The House therefore agreed that the WhatsApp platform be reopened. Decentralization of GHIS. What is the institution doing about showing presence throughout Ghana? Chairman Akwa informed members that the institution is currently trying to acquire an office in Kumasi and that members in other areas must organize themselves as well and the institution will come in. That notwithstanding, members proposed that there should be clear-cut criteria for setting up offices. On day 1, Surveyor BB Aqua moved for adjournment of the meeting scheduled for 20th November 2020 and was seconded by Frederick Bediako Mensah. Closing prayer was said by Surveyor Stephen Jabba. On day 2, Surveyor Robert Hackman moved for adjournment of the meeting scheduled for August 2021 and was seconded by Frederick Bediako Mensah. Closing prayer was said by Madam Nelly Joyce Mensah. Signed Nelly Joyce Mensah and countersigned John Christian Aqua, Chairman.
Thank you, Secretary. Can we give him a clap? Are there any corrections? IT, please, can you scroll over so that we check for corrections, and if any, we do them. If not, say somebody's name was missing. If please check if you were around and your name is missing, please. IT, take your time scrolling through. Some of the names are wrongly spelled. So let's take note, please. If you see your name wrong, please can you make it a little wider, zoom in a little? Bediako Mensah, capital M and then H, we are losing H. Okay, so who else? Can we go down? Who else? Sorry. Any missing name or corrections to names? Don't worry. My name is not there.
You go and sit down. Let me do my work. So LC can also check for corrections. Can we go on to the... Sure. You are here. Okay, you just don't do corrections. You fix all corrections. I'll take my time and check if it's there or not. Okay. So let's go to next page, please. Item 2.2, 2.1, 2.11, 2.21, can we go on 3.0? 4.0, 4.1, education. 4.2, welfare. 4.3. 4.3.1. 4.3.2. 4.3.3. 4.3.4. Okay, other matters 5.0. 5.1. 5.2. 5.3. 5.4. 5.5. 5.6. 5.7. Yes. Yeah. So please cancel the in. 5.7. Any other? 6.0. 7 Ajaba, please. 6.0. Okay, thank you. Will somebody move? Which one? Okay, he wants a surveyor. Please put his surveyor down. He wants a surveyor. Okay, will somebody move?
I, Alasan Abubakari, move for the acceptance of the report.
Seconder? Okay, please.
I, Sevilla Bidia Comensa Frederick. I second.
Yes, can we go to matters arising, please? No, let's go down. You see the action points. The action points where action is supposed to be taken. Yes, LSD chair. Yes, Mr. Chairman, I think at that meeting, members sort of agreed that you constitute a committee to address this seemingly issue about disunity in the LSD.
Yeah, after the AGM, we tried getting some people to pray for the division, and also a committee in place to find out what was happening. I think we've all heard that we are going to have a forum, and at the forum, we'll know what is happening. Okay.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, I think there's another one. The chairman's explanations. Wait. Yes, talking about review of the LSD accounts with the LISAC.
Yeah, in the policy document of LISAC, there's a creation of account number 3 for LSD. And we all know the money will hit LISAC account before disbursement is done. And since we complained about this, the monies have been coming regularly. Every month, what is due LS is paid. So that has been resolved.
Thank you, Chairman. Yes. Yes, and the LS, the YSN network. Yes, Chairman promised that he was going to take steps to LSD was going to put, and I think that one is done. It's very evident now. We can all see how YSN has been brought to the fore now. So I think that everything is under control. Chairman has done that. The functions of the subcommittees. 5.1.
Please use the mic. We want it recorded for record purposes. I'm the MC, so you cannot go around. Take your time. 5.1, I think I have an issue there. I thought that chairman would speak on that. Lack of transparency in general, especially in appointment to boards. It so happened that we discussed this last year dispassionately, yet I think that it's still prevailing because as at a couple of, or one of our monthly meetings, this thing came up, and it was very sad that appointments were made, and some of us felt that we as professionals we should behave as such and not behave like politicians, because we are in a noble profession and we have seniors in the profession. And of course, the hierarchy is there. And so if appointments are to be made, we expect that there should be some criteria for the appointments. We heard some people were appointed and some didn't even know they were being appointed. And it was really very sad. So I want chairman to speak to it very clearly. And of course, I would wish that we have a committee set to investigate what happened. And then the committee should come up with probably a criteria for appointing members to serve on the various boards of the division. Thank you.
Thank you, Surveyor Bibi.
Yeah. Thank you. Appointments to boards and other committees. No, the letter is always addressed to the president of the institution, and he then informs the divisional heads to nominate people for such positions. This year, it was the same. We were informed to select people. So we selected. And we were asked to select, I think, 2 for each region or so. And if you are asked to select 2 for each region, and we know only 1 will be selected, then that's where the issue is. But if we were asked, bring 1 person for each, then you are sure the one you have selected is the one who will be chosen. So as you said, a committee will be set up. And anytime such letters come, we'll give it to that committee to scout and get us the right person to go.
I think what Surveyor Kingsley means is not the committee for the next appointment. He wants a committee to investigate what happened, and we gave 2 names which are not qualified or which are not like senior surveyors. We gave a name, so it means that we gave 2 names, of which all those 2 names are not senior surveyors.
Sure?
His definition, because they are seniors and they bypass the seniors and a junior has been appointed. That's what it means, that we should investigate why that thing happened before maybe a committee can be set for next years.
I think this one, we have explained it extensively. We have explained this thing extensively. And I ask that this has already happened. Let us let that one go and make sure that what is left will protect. I've told all of you this thing. There's no need crying over spilled milk. Please.
Chairman, I think Gustav wants to speak.
Okay.
I wanted to speak, but Chairman is pleading that we rest it here, so I have nothing to talk.
Chairman. Okay, I'll take Mercy before.
Yes. Sorry, I think is it 5.1 when the issue of division was raised. Mr. Chairman, I was a little bit confused with the answer you gave.
Mm-hmm.
I think the answer was that we prayed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then tried to elect some people to talk about it. I don't know, but if I'm right with your answer, please, was that your answer?
Yes, and I said we are going for a forum.
You are going?
A forum. We're going to attend
you are
a
going
forum.
to have a forum.
So we'll discuss
yes, I
all
was
these
a
things.
bit worried because this is a report of last year,
Yes.
and we've had 1 year, elapse. We want to know what you really did about this very, concern about people for
This thing,
within that 1 year
Yeah.
gap.
this thing we talked about, divisions and the rest, it's not only in Accra, it's all over the country. And if we set a committee in Accra, are you going to invite those in Tamale and the rest to come? The only thing is that you wait for the opportune time. For the opportune time, as I said, we have arranged for a forum where we will all come and then say what is on our heart. Whatever complaints, whatever divisions, we will know. And then we all find a solution to it.
Okay.
I would have been a bit relaxed if, even as we come, we sit here, you have given us a roadmap, a chart with what has been done, and then probably the forum. But for us to have a whole year and now coming to hold a forum, I think we should have done a bit better than this. And I don't know, but then we should look at it again.
Okay. As I said, we didn't sleep about it. We had discussion with some senior members about what was happening. We had discussion. We didn't just put it under the carpet. And we said we need a forum for that.
I think Nelly wants to speak soon.
Thank you, Savia Chair. On the issue of the appointments, I think the real issue is that when even the divisional committee doesn't know about it, because I think that letter came to you and then you maybe handled it with your ESCO. But afterwards, at least the divisional committee should have been informed. But it all came as a surprise to all of us. And I guess that was why the reactions came like that. So if some decisions are taken and then the divisional committee is informed, at least it will calm matters down.
Okay.
Once they know.
Okay.
So I think going forward, we should add that role to one of the committees. And I suggest maybe Office Inspectorate Committee when it is reformed or revamped, so that things like this can be given to them so that they will go and look at those who qualify and things like that and suggest it to ESCO, so that based on it, then the nominations will be made.
Okay.
Because where the case came that even someone who had been nominated didn't know that he had been nominated and was not even informed. And it was during the deliberations at the meetings that the person was saying he also didn't know. That is a serious issue. So the role assignment should be added to one of the assignments of one of the committees.
Okay.
So that immediately something like this happens, we know that committee will handle it. And then they will bring the report, and then everything will become transparent, and then there will not be those kind of reactions.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, Savia Chairman, I think that sometimes we also have to be fair. What has happened in the past? Sometimes even the chairman of the division uses his own discretion to do such choices. And I'm not saying it's the good thing to do. It is not only this year that it has happened. And I'm not saying it is a good or it is the right thing. But let's not pretend that we don't know that that's what has been happening. Do we have any rules? If we don't, then we need to sit down and bring out rules that if someone wants to be nominated to a board, the person must be 65 and above. The person must be this. Then we can say that the chairman didn't do well. If we don't have any rules, the letter comes to him. Like Savianelli said, the only thing was that we didn't know when ESCO decided. But otherwise, in the past, okay, I'm saying that even in the past, the chairman of the divisions have been using their own discretion. So if there are no rules and that thing has happened, it has happened. Henceforth, what do? Let us put down rules as a division to say that if someone has to be nominated to a board, the person should be this. Let's be clear about it. And then we can then start blaming people or not if something happens. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your suggestion. That is a progressive one. Okay. Check.
Please, is that all? Thank you, Chairman. Those on online, do you have anything from them?
Any question from online people?
Okay. We work on that. So let's continue with the matters arising. So can we go down, please? I'm not sure if there are more there. Go down. Yes, I think functions of the committee. The issue was that the committee report should be tabled ahead. I think this time that was done, so we can go on. The WhatsApp platform too, I think that it has been reactivated. All right. Okay, that is it. But those online, no questions or... Okay. Please be reminded that the committee reports that were presented, they've been moved and it's open for discussions. So if you have any discussions on them, anything to say about them, you are free to.
Chairman's special project, was it in this report?
No. It's in the committee reports that I read. The committee's report. So
are we going
IT, please project it. Yes, the earlier one that I... Yes, but the summary reports, and there are some of them that we have to... People will need clarification.
I can go on. I can ask my question.
You have a question?
Yeah. Chairman
Okay.
Special
All right. Go on, please.
Yeah, I think in the report, it was mentioned that the chairman's special project has been captured as at last year. I don't know what has been done at the moment.
No. Please
This
don't
year.
confuse the
No.
two. We have minutes from last year and we have current reports from committees. So in the current reports, that is, these ones are current.
Yes, but
it's not.
Was it last year? No, it's in this.
It's this year.
Yes, so it's the chairman's special project.
But not last year.
Not last year.
Yes.
That is fine. I think during the seminar, it was made mention that a good consultative, extensive consultation was made in the formulation of the Act 1030, Act 2020, Act 1036. And then it was made known that surveyors, in quotes, are gentlemen or are quiet. And so, and it was also known to us during this seminar that we are key or central or pivot to land administration and land tenure system in this country. Now, as a division, having known this, what are we doing? And per chairman's special projects, I am of the view that we should take this very seriously and implement the chairman's special projects very well, looking at the short term, medium term, and long term. Because I only saw, I think 10, is it 5 to 10 years or something? The roadmap should be very clear that how do we want to see surveying in this country in the next 5 years? That we can term short term. How do we want to see surveying in this country in the next 10 years or 15 years? That can be medium term. How do we want to see surveying in this country in the next 15 to 20 years? And so, Chairman, I plead with this House that we take this special project very seriously. And then the committee should work very well to come up with the various categories, grants, loans, scholarships, and whatnot. And then look at the various areas that we need to move in. Like the saying goes, if you can't beat them, if you can't go with them, you whatever. And so we have to be very, very serious at this. I feel very sad when I meet other colleagues of ours and I get embarrassed. And like the lawyer did said, he said, surveyors were consulted, yet they did not speak. Is it because we don't know how to write? Or is it because we don't know how to report? Or we don't know how to present our problems? Chairman, please, this has to be looked at critically. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions for the committees? A lot of the committee chairmen are here, so if you have anything, just bring it up. Okay, thank you very much for. Yes, Surveyor Eric.
Eric Darko. The welfare. I don't know the. Yes, you know, some members, in fact, we are all not the same. Some members are very quiet, you understand? And others are very, very, should I say, vibrant or whatever. I don't know whether you have it as a policy, your administration, that any member, you have a quota for some number of people who represent surveyors. Whether they pay for their transport or not. Some people who are constantly, maybe the welfare or the welfare account takes charge of their transportation. You understand? Apart from those who are paying transport. So that we have a minimum number of people who, even if people don't even attend the funeral, you have a section like 5 surveyors. You know that 5 surveyors is the LSE who is sending them. They will represent the person over there. I don't know whether if you have that policy. If it is not there, I'm thinking, I'm suggesting that no matter who that person is, some constant number of people which the division will pay for, they will represent them as surveyors. They go they represent land surveyors for that person. Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution.
Any other?
Thank you again, Surveyor Chair. I'm a member of the welfare committee. And this one, me, I won't hide it. The welfare, we are not doing our job. And this particular issue, I have mentioned it severally to the chair. In the document, the policy document we are using to run the welfare, it is in it that at any event concerning a member, if we can't go, a delegation should be sent. But we are not seeing doing that. And it is not the best. I've mentioned it. And it became an argument. So I think that part of the policy, Chair, please, let's start implementing it. I mean, welfare chair. Let's start implementing it. We must actually discuss it and then select some people or people who want to go. And then we pay for them, like it is being said. Because I can't decide that I want to go to the funeral, you have not selected me, and you want me to go and represent the division or the committee. It is in the policy that a delegation should be sent to represent the division, and it must be done. Those selected, their transportation must be paid. They must be catered for to go and represent us. That is what the policy says. So we must do it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any reaction? Do you need to respond?
I think we
I
will
think she's
take,
only advising.
we will take something from the platform. No. Let's take that from the platform. We have Ben Okine from the platform. In the consideration of some disturbances that the chairman referred to among some members, I'd like to show specifically whether the chairman is referring to concerns of a breakaway to form a body strictly for land surveyors. I have read from the GHIS platform suggestions for a breakaway with some suggested names.
Okay, thank you very much. Surveyor Ben Okine. I stand. What chairman said? Right? No, he has asked me to respond on his behalf. Yes. Surveyor Ben Okine, this one has nothing to do with what you are saying. I think somewhere last year, there were some misunderstanding between some members of LSD when we held the EGM at the, how do you call it, GHIS EGM. And that is what I think tempers went too high. And so that is why chairman decided that we should look at means to tone down, because you are one family, so that we don't disturb the unity among us. So it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with any breakaway, please.
Any more questions? Okay, I think Auntie Mercy has a question.
It's not a question, but I was just thinking aloud with the welfare issue. And then I realized that, most often it's more like we have specific people who always avail themselves for such funeral or movement to those places. I don't know, but if we could have a chart or a timetable, a schedule, so that we know we rotate. So that at any point in time, it wouldn't be like, because this person is my friend or this person is close to me, I'm forced to go attend functions of his or hers. But you know that this is your turn and then you have to go. I don't know, but if we could do something like that, it will really motivate some people to come along.
Thank you.
Chairman, you've not been asked to talk. You've not been asked to talk. Chairman, are you going to respond?
Order.
Chairman,
Order.
are you going to respond to that? Or? Gustav, you have not been given the chance to speak. No. You want to speak? You can raise your hand. And then you'll be called. Thank you. So you can wait.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to come to the defense of the chairman of the Welfare Committee. Frankly speaking, nowadays, everybody seems to be tired. The job that they've taken upon themselves to do, not all of us can do it. Okay? Every weekend, if you don't have, you will not have less than 2 programs to attend. So if they've taken it upon themselves to do, probably the suggestion coming from our sister, we should try it, but it's very difficult. Ideally, we, the members of the Welfare Committee, should have been supporting them. So I beg, let's keep it there. Thank you.
Are you a member of the Welfare?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I never knew.
Okay, now, Gustav, you can speak.
Chairman, thank you for the opportunity. In my presentation last year, the very observation that I made this year was included in last year's observation, in last year's report, where I stated that members do not like attending social events, especially funerals of others. And we always encourage members to do so. What does it mean? It means that there is a difficulty that we are facing. First of all, for somebody to attend a member's funeral, it depends on you yourself, how sociable you are. If you're not attending people's funeral or attending people's event, who will come to yours? They are donating to support members. And as for you see that you say you won't donate. And when something happens to you, who will donate? We have come this far to put this fine document, policy document together to manage our welfare affairs. And we are saying that everybody should cooperate, everybody should contribute to. When you are going for funerals, we put announcement on a platform. Who are those going? Give us your name. There is a specific platform you have created for transportation. Ask me the number of people who subject or submit their names for participation. You see, we talk. There are a number of people whose funeral we've conducted this year. Ask me, how many of us attended funerals of such members? Is it about transportation? Because sometimes you say, who are going? We need to organize for transport about 3 or 4 days before the funeral. Nobody will own up. Should we go and rent for an empty transport to go for the funeral and come? Is it not human beings that attend funerals? The reason why last year I was telling chairman that there is a need for us to strengthen our regional branches so that when funeral happens in regions, if we don't even get people moving from Accra, the regional heads will attend on our behalf. There is no single funeral that nobody has attended. At least we have one person to represent us. A clear example was when Prosper, the Tonu lost his father. Nobody, we arranged for vehicle, nobody. It took one member, Tuji, who said he will go. And we have to give him money to go and represent us. We gave him money to donate on our. So I don't know what the issue is. I don't know what the issue is. So if you don't know, you ask. Please.
I think, Xavier Gustav, don't be too emotional about this.
Yes.
But you've not been given the mandate to speak. Take your time. Can you, Savia Chair, would you respond to that? Or
No.
it was just a okay. Okay. Okay, we move on. Is there any other question?
Give you minutes. Nominations now. Are we doing it or not?
Thank you, Chairman. I'm not sure it's a question. I just want to add the issue that you raised about what lawyer Kwame Jan said. Surveyors are quiet. They don't like talking. And for that matter, a lot of the time, certain decisions are made for them by some other people, probably who are not qualified to do so. But in my own little thinking, I am having the view that probably because a lot of we the surveyors probably we have not familiarized ourselves with the laws that is governing our practice. Because as a result of that, we are always, if I should use the word timid, to stand and talk for ourselves. Because when you meet to make argument for yourself, at least you need to come from a certain angle that you have something backing you. So if you are not familiar with what is backing you, I'm afraid you will be seen as somebody who doesn't like talking or somebody who is timid. Thank you. And if I let me conclude by saying that I wish, Mr. Chairman, if that is laudable, maybe we make conscious effort to encourage members, at least to familiarize ourselves with the act. Especially, I think we all heard him the other day, that we are fortunate that among all the divisions, it's only the Survey Act 127 which has not been repealed. So I think we have a fine opportunity to familiarize ourselves with it, and I'm sure whatever we are supposed to represent and talk for ourselves, we will to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, MC. There is one more item, but before then, I'd like to say that surveyor, lawyer John, what he said, I looked at it as the discretion of an elephant. It depends on the part that you hold. The people he has encountered, he found them timid. So I don't see why we should bother ourselves too much. It's because I know some surveyors who are really very good, and you know them. So it's not a cut across something. So let's just take it as such. The next one on the list is nomination to council for 2021-2022 session. Upon some consultations, it's been realized that for the fact that we are using virtual and most of our members are outside, if we should open the nominations now, those who are having internet problems and other things might miss out, because if you have internet problem right now, you open nominations, you can't file. So it will not be fair on their part. So chairman has ruled that we put it on our platform, we advertise it, he will give a time period that anybody who is interested files by how do you call it, online. You file online, either to him. I don't know how the arrangement is going to be. He's here to formulate that arrangement. So you put that there with those who endorse it for you, and then he will constitute a panel to vet the nominees. Then he will bring up the date for us to either choose those that you are going to present for election in February GHIS AGM 2022. So that is by way of information. Thank you so much.
I want to add this. This year, we are going to nominate 6 people instead of 5. The 6th person will be the vice president. So if you have anybody in mind, so it means we will elect vice president, and then 5 council members. 6. Okay. Professional 6, and then technician 1. making 6. That means we will be electing 7 people. That will be the vice president. So we will like to do it online. You nominate and make sure when he's contacted by the team, he will accept that he will stand.
I think point of correction there. I think 6 nominations will be made. It could be. It's possible. Somebody among the 5 can become the what? The vice president.
No.
Not really.
It's separate.
So he cannot be a governing council member.
He will be.
He's going to GC. All right, thank you.
He will be part of ESCO. Yeah.
We are supposed to nominate 2 people for the vice president position.
Yes.
Yes. So that's what I.
We'll select 2, but we shall elect 1 at AGM.
I totally agree with Chairman's call for the nominations to be open online. However, I want to find out whether it is a one-time event or this is going to be the norm going forward. Because it is a very good approach. It must be a policy of the division so that positions like this, or everybody wants to serve at governing council level, let's open it up. Those who want to come and serve must present themselves to be subjected to the reason why they want to come and serve. It must be a fair process, and I support it. Thank you.
Thank you. You've had a 10.
In that case, there should be a criteria. It's not a matter of the person wants to come and serve. So
we'll do that.
Yes, so there must be a criteria set. Yes.
I think wanting to serve is not my problem now. My problem is how are we going to constitute the people that are going to vet them? That is another thing we have to be very careful about, because we know ourselves, LSD. Thank you.
MC, I think I also want to speak. More often than not, we talk about people want to serve, people want to serve, people want to serve, which is good. But the question is that, can those people serve our interests? If they cannot serve our interests, we don't need them. Because every time we think we are sidelined. Why are we sidelined? And then a lawyer comes to sit here, he says, "Serious gentlemen, please, as much as a committee will vet whoever is going to own up to serve, we should make that as a good criteria." Thank you.
Thank you.
I think that the last on the item, AOB. Before then.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sorry, I cannot stand up and be talking there because I don't have that opportunity or I don't have that power. My being at this table too, I was just promoted. Please know. My name is Surveyor Dr. Joseph Amaglo. This is not John Amaglo. Okay? Oh, no, well, Kisley will arrest me. Yeah, please. I think at the end of every LSD seminar, we always draw what we call the communique. Is that it? Now, we seem to be dwelling on what lawyer Kwame Jan have said. Please, I want us to know that we should not take it as if the person is looking down upon us. He is telling us the facts as it is. As we say, we need to up our game. What I want to say is this. during that discussion of the Land Act 2020, what I learned, which I need all of us to be aware of, is this. At the chapter 2, under the demarcation survey and then valuation of land, the subsection 20, section 23, which give power to direct demarcation or survey to the Lands Commission, then the power of entry and demarcation or survey, that section 24, the subsection 1, I'm not a lawyer, but he explained that when they say may, it is not mandatory. But the subsection 2 immediately use the word shall, which means that we surveyors, if we enter any premises and a very knowledgeable person access for copy of authority, what are we going to do? He said that we need to ask for what? Warranty. But that warranty, who is supposed to issue it? Please, I have not been practicing in Ghana. I have experience somewhere else. That issue has been solved. And I want us to just listen to me 2 minutes. This is the Forum for Land Surveying Division. And the issues raised are really, really affecting us. In future, we don't want to have issues. If this Land Act 2020 is for us, we must be protected as surveyors. And the surveyors were described as the official land surveyors and the licensed surveyors. So to do that, it is just simple. The regional numbers that we usually apply for. In Nigeria, why I practice for the past 15 years, or let's say 19 years, see, the application to any authority, either it's the state government or the federal capital, the letter that you write is application for instruction to survey. They call it I2S. That instruction to survey will give you what we call the beacon number, which we will say here, the regional number. The regional number will be issued and a letter written from that authority on their letterhead, which is instruction to survey. That gives you, the surveyor, the authority, as this Land Act is talking about. But doing it well, surveyors, we need to know how to write. Any client who will approach you to do work, first, you have to get what you call a letter of commissioning. That letter of commissioning, you have to attach it to your application letter that you are sending to the department, in this case, to Lands Commission. Then, Lands Commission will issue you not only this time regional number, but instruction to survey. Please, I want all of us to think about this, and I'm looking forward to us meeting on that Land Surveyors Forum so that we see how we can suggest to Land Commission how that instruction to survey will help us so that when we go out doing any work, that letter serves as the warranty, as Lawyer John was talking about. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair, I think I also have something to say. I think we as a division should set up a committee to assess and analyze the acts, even as we've been briefed, so that we'll be able to come up with a report to confirm whether it is impacting on us negatively or positively. And then probably some recommendations, like my senior colleague said, waiting for the survey forum for this thing to be addressed. It's a very critical issue because as it is now, the law has catered for landguardism or whatever it is. But now we also have to prove ourselves. And more especially, LSD, we need to push for the land bill to be passed. Survey Council bill. We need to push for the Survey Council bill. If we have to go through the back door, we have to do it. If we have to go through the front door, no, the Survey Council is a different thing. If we have to, because in Parliament, people push things to be passed very quickly. Mr. Chair, please, let us try everything we can for the Survey Council bill to be passed so that we can regulate the profession. If not, there was a social media, some surveyor, is it acclaimed surveyor arrested? You see, it's terrible. Thank you very much.
Any other?
I still have the mic, okay. I think I should.
It's AOB.
AOB.
Let's also not forget that for the lands bill, we are yet to have the LI. So maybe the call for what Surveyor Joseph said, we can push for that to be considered. Yeah. Yes, the LI comes in.
I think when we apply for regional number, the CSAU gives us number, the applicant's name and stuff. So if we can have an arrangement with Lands Commission, so they can write under that particular receipt that is given us.
I understand.
Yes.
What I'm saying is that
if we can push for that one, then pushing for the Survey Act or the Survey Council Act won't be a problem.
I'm
if
saying
we can
that
push for this one first.
I'm saying that.
Thank you.
I'm saying that. Which one do you like, arrangement or a law? An LI is a law. So if it's a law, that one you are more protected. You see. So I'm saying that we can. Yes, the LI will come from the commission, right? But if we are able to push it in there, it will make it more, to give it more, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In support of what our chairman for the day is talking about, I think it's we, the official and the licensed surveyors, who have refused to go by what the law really stipulates. We've been mandated to undertake demarcation and survey of lands. And prior to you undertaking such exercise, you are supposed to consult what? Their neighbors. But we've a notice to what? Survey. But we've all overlooked it. Over the years, nowadays we just carry our instrument straight to the field without notifying anybody and not even building monuments. That's why he said what? Instruction to what? Survey. But now nobody seems to respect the what? The authority of the director of surveys. So we just get up and just do anything, especially presentation of what? Plans to the courts. Later, they then bring the plans to the commission for us to plot or know them without records. As a licensed surveyor or official surveyor, all surveys conducted by you has to be presented to the director of surveys for what? Checking. Thank you.
Chairman, I agree with my senior brother and also disagree with him. But we will meet at the land forum. So matters on this should be moved to the land forum, which we'll be organizing in November, hopefully. Thank you.
But Surveyor Gustav, I think that September, November, I've seen in reports that we are having a lot in CPDs, YSN, I don't know. So you people should look at it well before we begin to have crashes. Well, very well.
Me am some participants. Senior surveyor, I want to reference to what you said. Those of us who have been licensed by the commission, what does the license mean? Does it mean we've been given authority to notify, like my colleague said, notify and then enter or whatever. And so if you put on your letterhead to any property you are going to work on, what does it mean? Can you substantiate on that?
Thank you very much. What I want to say is this. As we have been doing before, we thought that by being a licensed surveyor, you can enter anywhere. What the law now stipulates is what I'm talking to us about that. Please, the subsection 1, just make Lands Commission may, but we have to work with Lands Commission. That may should help us by issuing what I'm saying in Nigeria, they cure that canker. Immediately you apply for regional number. It comes with the regional number and that authority note, which, I mean, 2 different things, which will now protect you. So the subsection 24, which we are now talking the subsection 2, that stipulates that the surveyor, which is official land surveyor and the licensed surveyor, shall have that copy of authority, which Lawyer John referred to as warrant. That warrant should come from Lands Commission. So what I'm advocating for now is that from now on, if we want to follow this Land Act 2020, Act 1036, Lands Commission should not give only regional numbers. Attached to that too, there should be this letter, which in Nigeria we refer to as instruction to survey. If Lands Commission give you instruction to survey, it serves as that authorization to use. Your letterhead stop at the Lands Commission. It doesn't go to any individual because you are entering the individual's property, but the authority behind you comes from Lands Commission.
But can I ask if you are talking just in line with...
Can we discuss this at the land forum?
Just answer this, then
I'm ready
fine.
to expound
No, that's
and
fine.
discuss, but time.
We are talking, as you are talking, are you making only reference to cadastral or engineering survey inclusive? Or any other survey?
That document you are carrying has nothing to do with engineering survey. It's cadastral. That's why you are a licensed surveyor. It's all cadastral.
Well,
yes, not licensed to do hydrographic and all, but you must be regulated. The
you
survey rules
see,
and regulations is different when they say you as a licensed surveyor is for cadastral.
yes, but we are here as professional surveyors. And so presumably, it is not just cadastral we do.
Yes.
We do all kinds of service.
Yes.
So the warrant he's talking about
Yes.
should click in our mind
Yes.
that whether you are doing cadastral or any other surveying, you possibly need a warrant.
No, I don't want to go there, please.
Okay.
According to the lawyer.
Thank you.
I'm speaking to the Land Act 2020. Professional surveyor, you are on your own. I'm talking as a licensed surveyor. For me to enter any place and any young, energetic, intelligent young man say, can I see your authority of entering my premises? I2S from Lands Commission will cover me. That's what I'm talking about. It's a process that we have to develop. I'm just giving you an idea what is happening outside. We can, because what the lawyer said, it made me a little bit happy. The Land Commission will now support us now to do whatever we want to do. And the quackery and the rest that we are talking about, all these things will stop. It's Land Commission who should be there. Your letterhead, colorful or not, no, it doesn't work. Please.
Chairman, I just want to remind us that we were licensed to survey and demarcate boundaries. So in demarcating boundaries, whatever applications you can use to demarcate boundary, you are covered under the license that has been given to you. You can use hydro to demarcate boundaries in waters. You understand? So it's not only land.
Thank you. Please.
Oh, just a little.
Please.
For you to be able to be secure, then you need to procure what? A regional number for the particular survey that you are undertaking. You don't necessarily need to be just cadastral. Even engineering, you can procure a regional number for you to be secured. That's how you can go about it.
Yes, to be continued.
I think
Please.
to be continued.
Yes. The last, any other last one? Any other AOB? Last one. Yes, I think we are all okay. Mr. Chairman, we are done. So,
those on the platform, do you have any question for us?
I see
those on
Surveyor
the
Dr.
platform,
Kwade.
do we have any question? Dr. Akwaje, do you have anything to say?
Sorry, not for
Unmute your
now.
mic, we can't hear you. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Kwame Tinedu Senior, do you have anything to say? Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. We want to hear you. Okay, since we are not getting any response or nobody is coming up with anything, can we continue? There's something coming. Okay, let's take one or two and then. We still have something from Benjamin Okany. I recommend that every regional number allocated for a job must be accompanied by a note stipulating the authority granted by the Lands Commission for the surveyor to carry out such survey for the client as such location with such regional number. The allocation of the regional number must come with the clearance to enter the land and perform demarcation and survey at the location. My understanding and recommendation. Thank you. Any other? I think that is fine. Okay, so we then ask our chairman to give us our closing remarks, of which we will be bringing closing the curtain for the meeting.
Yeah, before the closing remarks, I earlier said we needed some people to visit our past president. Can we have volunteers? Okay. Okay. Where would you like to go? Yeah, this Saturday. This coming Saturday. Yeah.
Nuva's funeral.
You go. Okay.
I'll not be available. This Saturday, I'm not available.
No. If we get even 5, that would be nice. But as I told you, past President Abose says he will not be available. So when you get to his house, can leave the parcel. Okay. Okay, you can arrange that one. You can arrange. Yeah. If you want to go on Sunday, fine.
Saturday funerals and stuff.
But let us know where you want to go so that we'll pass it on to him. JT. Okay. That is for JT. You go on Sunday. Okay. Any other? You can join you. Okay, good, good. Okay. Okay. So then we are left with Robert Jamina. Robert Jamina. Yes, if you can do that. Jamina. To coincide with the Founders Day.
No, but Sunday is not far from Saturday. That way you can always brief him. You brief him as to the reason why if he goes far, then it's the whole thing.
Defeated. Jamina's house. Platform. Cancer platform. We are looking for the collection for you. And then Mr. B.A.Fia Abelempi. You want to go? Saturday or Sunday? Saturday. Okay. If it were Sunday, I would have joined you. But Saturday, if we not to attend. Saturday. Yeah. And then, as for now, Abu Dhabi, we can't do it on Saturday. But we'll give me a call that there's a parcel. The parcel, how the parcel will get to him is a problem. Also not available. What's not available? Okay, Robert Jamina's location is not there, so he's not, not be available, so we can leave him out. So please, when we close, let's go to the secretariat so that we'll know when to pick the parcel. Okay. Now I'll go on my closing remarks.
The day. Are they just going to present and go, or when they go, they should try and take a picture and send to us to put on our platform for members to know that this is the activity that we are all observing on this day? I think it must be well clarified.
Okay. So well said. So please, when you go, you can take with your phone, then bring it. So when you get there, find out how he's doing and the rest. As what Africans will do when we meet our elders. Okay, so on that note, I want to say that the year has been very, very active. And as we heard from the minutes of last year's forum, there's a lot of things to be done. There are a lot of things to be done to bring out to make our division a viable one. Now, when we read the minutes, the committee reports to, we saw there are some steps or some direction that we have been given from the finance committee, from welfare, and then the education committee. I'm praying that the coming year, we will see all the committees working and bringing reports. On the finance, we did not talk about our account number 3 of LSD, of LISAC. At the moment, as I said, every month our monies are put in the account for us. And as you know, the finance committee, they are now compiling what we have now. So later, you know how much we have. How much we have. And on that note, I want to say that this will be my last chairmanship for the seminar. Next year, I'm hoping we'll get an able and an energetic person to take the mantle as chairman of the division. My prayer is that the division will grow to become a very big tree where people can come and have rest. And what I want to leave with you is this. This is an institution. It is not an association. And as institution, we all bring what we have together to let it grow. Divisions will not help us. We will collapse. Don't let us bring politics into our institution. Let's put it aside. And then we will see the giant strides that we shall make over the years. On that note, I want to say thank you all for attending 2021 seminar, and we draw the curtains down. Thank you.
Yes, please, the meeting. May somebody move for the closure of the meeting for the records again.
This man wants to act as the MC.
Closure of the meeting is the MC's job.
No, you continue.
Madam Nelly.
Let me give you the mic.
I want to move that the meeting be adjourned to next year if there's no further issues to discuss.
I second.
Thank you very much. Over to you, MC.
Please, take your time. No vote of thanks. Please, take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Please, we'll call Madam Mercy to give us a vote of thanks, please. We can keep standing, but Madam Mercy, please.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, able members on the high table, I want to say a very big thank you for how far you've brought us. We are most grateful for giving us part of your time from the beginning of this seminar, even to this very day, our AGM. We say a big thank you. We want to thank our MC, who had also in his own able manner steered the affairs of the AGM. I thank all the divisional heads who presented, their reports. I know what went into the reports, the sleepless nights, just to make this day a success. I say a very big thank you. We appreciate your efforts. God richly bless you. And to the rest of us, I say you deserve a big clap for yourself. Yes, both members in this very auditorium and then those who are with us, virtual. We thank you all. We appreciate your time and efforts, and we say kudos for steering this seminar and AGM to a success. My IT guys, we couldn't have enjoyed this day without you. The sleepless efforts, we are appreciative of all that you've done, and we pray that the good Lord will replenish your efforts 100-folds. The organizational members, thank you very much. We are grateful. And to the rest of us, I say a big thank you. Amen.
Thank you, thank you. I think at this juncture we'll call on Madam Mercy again to give us the last word of prayer. She's the only lady among the committee members, and so she'll do it for us.
Please shall we pray. King of Kings and Lord of Lords, we want to thank you for a moment like this. We have nothing to say than a big thank you for all the days and all the planning and all the activities that you have granted unto us. We've enjoyed every bit of the program, and it is just by your grace. We thank you for everything that came our way, and we are grateful. Father, we commit ourselves into your hands, even as we leave this premise to our various homes. Father, we pray for traveling mercies. We pray that you lead us safely to our homes and grant us peace now and evermore. Amen.